Are you ready to travel the world in 2025? Hold on, because these essential tips could save your life. We're talking about exploring ancient ruins in Peru, diving with sharks in Fiji, or maybe just backpacking across Europe. Whatever your dream adventure is, we're here to make sure you get there and back safely. This is 2025. Things are changing fast. New scams, new dangers, new everything. Staying safe isn't just about avoiding dodgy street food anymore. We're talking about protecting yourself in a world that's more connected and, let's face it, a little bit crazier than ever before. So buckle up. We'll take you through the must-know tips, share some real-life stories that'll make you gasp, and leave you with expert advice to ensure your travels are safe and enjoyable. This is the ultimate guide to staying one step ahead in 2025, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Alright, before you even think about booking that flight, listen up. This isn't just about finding the cheapest deals anymore, people. This is about survival. We're talking about becoming a master researcher, a travel detective, a guru of all things destination-related. First up, the culture. Imagine touching down in a country where smiling at strangers is considered rude, or you accidentally use a hand gesture that means something totally different. Yeah, awkward. You need to know the customs, the traditions, the do's and don'ts that'll keep you out of hot water. Next, weather. We're talking monsoons, blizzards, heat waves that'll melt your face. You need to pack for the unexpected, be ready for anything Mother Nature throws your way. And then there's the big one, the political climate. Is the country you're visiting going through some unrest? Are there protests planned? These are things you need to know. Check travel advisories, read up on current events, and make sure you're not walking into a potential war zone. Alright, you've done your research, you're pumped for your trip, but hold your horses. Before you pack your bags, we need to talk about the ultimate safety net travel insurance. And I'm not talking about your grandma's old policy that barely covers a stubbed toe. We're talking full-blown comprehensive coverage that'll have your back no matter what crazy stuff goes down. Because let's face it, life is unpredictable, especially when you're exploring the unknown. Medical emergencies are just the tip of the iceberg. We're talking trip cancellations, lost luggage, stolen passports, even natural disasters. You need a policy that covers it all so you can relax and enjoy your trip knowing you're protected. Don't be that person who's stuck with a mountain of medical bills or stranded in a foreign country with no help. Get yourself some decent travel insurance. It's worth every penny for the peace of mind it brings. So do your research, compare policies, and choose the one that's right for you. Listen up, adventurers. We're about to drop some serious knowledge bombs about staying connected while you're out there conquering the world. Because in 2025, staying off the grid is so last year. First things first, regular check-ins with your loved ones. This isn't your mom being nosy, alright? This is about creating a safety net, letting people know you're alive and kicking, and giving them peace of mind. Set up a schedule call, text, video chat, whatever floats your boat. Just make sure someone back home knows where you are and how you're doing. Now let's talk tech. Location sharing apps are your new best friend. Imagine this. You're wandering through the bustling streets of Marrakesh soaking up the atmosphere, when suddenly, you realize you're lost. But fear not, my friend, because your location sharing app has been silently tracking your every move. Your friends and family know exactly where you are, even if you don't. Alright, listen up, Globetrotters. We're about to dive into a topic that's often overlooked but can make or break your trip: local laws and customs. Because guess what? What flies in your home country might land you in hot water somewhere else. We're not talking about jaywalking or spitting gum on the sidewalk here, people. We're talking about serious stuff that can get you fined, detained, or worse. Remember that time I accidentally brought chewing gum into Singapore? Yeah, it turns out that's illegal there. Luckily, I got off with a warning, but not everyone's so lucky. Different countries have different rules about everything from alcohol consumption to dress code to public displays of affection. What might seem like a harmless prank in your culture could be considered deeply offensive somewhere else. So, how do you avoid becoming that tourist who ends up in a foreign jail? Research, my friends. Before you even pack your bags, read up on the local laws and customs of your destination. Alright, treasure hunters, this chapter is all about keeping your valuables safe while you're out there exploring the world. Because let's face it, nothing ruins a trip faster than getting robbed. We're talking about your cash, your cards, your phone, that lucky travel charm your grandma gave you. First things first, money belts. I know, they might scream tourist, but trust me, they're worth it. Keep your most important documents and a stash of cash tucked away safely under your clothes where pickpockets can't reach them. Think of it as your secret stash, your invisible shield against theft. Next up, hotel safes. These are your best friend when it comes to protecting your valuables while you're out and about. Alright, language lovers, this one's for you. We're about to unlock the power of language and show you how a few simple phrases can make your travels smoother, safer, and a whole lot more fun. Because in 2025, it's not just about speaking the universal language of emojis anymore. We're talking about learning some basic phrases in the local language of your destination. I'm not saying you need to become fluent overnight, but knowing how to say hello, thank you please, and excuse me goes a long way. It shows respect for the local culture, breaks down communication barriers, and makes you a much more approachable traveler. But here's the thing. Knowing a few key phrases can also be a lifesaver in emergencies. Imagine you need to ask for directions, call for help, or explain a medical condition. Even a basic understanding of the local language can make all the difference in getting the help you need quickly and efficiently. Alright, adventurers, this chapter is all about tapping into your inner superhero and developing those Spidey senses that'll keep you safe while you're out there exploring the world. Because in 2025, it's not just about avoiding dark alleys and shady characters anymore. We're talking about being aware of your surroundings 24/7 and recognizing potential dangers before they become a problem. First things first, trust your gut. If something feels off, if a situation makes you uncomfortable, if that little voice inside your head is screaming danger, listen to it. Your instincts are there for a reason, and they're usually right. Don't ignore them just because you're afraid of looking silly or overreacting. Next up, be aware of your surroundings. This means putting down your phone, taking out your earbuds, and actually paying attention to what's going on around you. Who's walking behind you? What's that strange noise? Is someone following you? Being observant can help you spot potential threats before they become a problem. And speaking of threats, let's talk about scams. Alright, adventurers, this chapter is all about being prepared for the unexpected. Because let's face it, no matter how well you plan your trip, sometimes life throws you a curveball. In 2025, it's not just about packing an extra pair of socks anymore. We're talking about having a backup plan for every possible scenario, from lost luggage to natural disasters to political unrest. First things first, copies. Make copies of all your important documents, including your passport, visa, driver's license, and travel insurance information. Keep one set in your carry-on luggage, another set with a trusted friend or family member back home, and even consider storing digital copies in a secure cloud service. That way, if you lose your originals, you're not starting from scratch. Next up, know the location of your country's embassy or consulate in your destination. Alright, adventurers, let's talk about staying healthy while you're out there exploring the world. Because let's face it, nothing ruins a trip faster than a nasty bout of food poisoning or a nasty sunburn. We're talking about taking care of your body and mind so you can enjoy every single moment of your adventure. First things first, hydration is key. Especially when you're traveling to hot or humid climates, it's important to drink plenty of fluids throughout the day. But here's the catch. Don't just drink any water, stick to bottled water, especially in areas where the tap water might not be safe for consumption. And hey, if you're feeling fancy, jazz it up with some fresh fruit slices or a squeeze of lemon. Next up, food safety. Alright, tech-savvy travelers, this one's for you. In this chapter, we're diving into the world of travel technology and showing you how to use it to your advantage to stay safe, informed, and connected while you're exploring the world. Because in 2025, your phone is no longer just for taking selfies and scrolling through social media. It's your ultimate travel companion, your digital safety net, your passport to a world of information and assistance at your fingertips. First up, navigation apps. Gone are the days of fumbling with paper maps and asking for directions every 5 seconds. With navigation apps, you can navigate new cities like a pro, find the best routes, avoid traffic, and even discover hidden gems along the way. Plus, they can be a lifesaver if you find yourself lost or disoriented. Next up, translation apps. We've already talked about the importance of learning a few basic phrases in the local language, but let's be real, mastering a new language overnight is a challenge. That's where translation apps come in. So, there you have it folks, your ultimate guide to traveling safe in 2025. We've covered everything from researching your destination and getting travel insurance to staying connected with loved ones and being aware of your surroundings. Remember, staying safe while traveling in 2025 is all about preparation and awareness. By following these tips and using your common sense, you can minimize risks and maximize your enjoyment while exploring the world. But here's the thing, the world is constantly changing and what's considered safe today might not be tomorrow. Technology is evolving at lightning speed, travel trends are constantly shifting, and new challenges are emerging all the time. And if you think these tips are helpful, wait until you hear what experts predict for travel safety in 2030. Stay tuned and subscribe for more.